Hello and welcome to the Rhubarb Room. My name is Thomas and thank you for joining me for another movie reaction. And this time we're watching Pan's Labyrinth. So interestingly, just a few seconds ago I just found out that this is actually in Spanish. I went to put it on. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime if you are going to be following this full length with me. And yeah, I noticed it said English subtitles. So I thought, well, why is it English subtitles? Surely this is in English, right? No, I was wrong. It is not in English. It's actually a Spanish movie, which probably is why I haven't actually seen it then. So this is going to be both the first live-action movie on the channel, so it's a pretty big occasion, but also the first Spanish movie that I've watched full stop. So hopefully it's going to be pretty good, and which I'm sure it is going to be, considering it did win the poll, even though the poll was super close with A Silent Voice. So I think for the next poll, do look out for that. I'll leave a link in the description for that, because there will be a poll for the next movie live right now when you're watching this. If you're watching it relatively soon after this video goes live. If you're watching this further in the future, then I'm sorry. There's no more poll available. That poll anyway. But there's probably going to be a new poll, so maybe go and check the community tab for the new poll. But yeah, as for what to expect for this, I don't have a clue. Pan's Labyrinth, is there going to be a labyrinth involved? Possibly. But that could also just be a metaphor for something else, for her feelings, for our main character's feelings. No, I don't know. But I think we're going to get into this. But before we do, if you are new and you do like this sort of stuff, maybe do consider subscribing and hitting the bell to be notified of when new videos come out. But yeah, let's get into it. So in 3, 2, 1, let's react. Okay then, so that was Pan's Labyrinth, and that was a really good movie actually. It's one of those things. It is really cool when you really don't know what to expect going into a movie, and literally just knowing the name of it on its own, just the title, because a lot of the time it can really surprise you just how good a movie actually is. So thank you very much for those of you who did recommend this to me. I really enjoyed it, and the ending was really sad. Like, oh, it really almost did get me there. I mean, I'm gonna go with the theory that it was all in her head. It was her imagination brought on by reading the books and that, and the mind of a child basically, to somewhat cope with the situation that she was in. She'd kind of been, I mean, she didn't have a real father anymore. Her mother was kind of in this relationship that I'm not sure that, I don't know, it kind of felt like it was one that was done to have a better life rather than to be happy, if that makes sense. To possibly secure a better life for the future, because it looked like that the captain and his troops were going to win. But in the end, that didn't happen, and the guerrilla fighters, they won, essentially. But yeah, I kind of feel like that that world, the fairy tale world of hers and the challenges, that was her way of kind of coping with the situation, and being in the middle of this kind of basically like a war. I just think it was her way of dealing with that, basically. Because it's one of those things as well. You wouldn't have anything other to do really. There was no TV. There was no other kids there. I don't think we saw any other kids, so she couldn't play with anyone else. So at that point, you have to use your imagination pretty much. And to be fair, like when I was younger, I lived in Italy for 2 years, and it was just a little village. And sometimes I would just play on my own, and as a kid you do just kind of use your imagination to just to be in your own world pretty much, and it's one of those things that you do kind of lose as an adult. But yeah, just to see it kind of brought to life in this movie, and then to have her just die at the end by the hands of that, we'll say it again, it was just a really sad ending, but at the same time a happy ending. I don't know why. I feel like it's both sad and happy, maybe just because it did kind of her fairy tale ended as a happy ending because she chose to protect her little brother, basically. So it's one of those things where if she didn't take her little brother away from the home, the captain might have been able to organise his troops and help fight back. And yeah, but she basically drugged him and lured him away from the house. So yeah, I mean, like I said, a really, really good movie. Let me know what you guys thought about it when you first watched it, what you think, maybe if there's any deeper layers to this. And yeah, if you liked it, maybe consider leaving a like, leave a dislike if you didn't, but I don't know why you'd make it this far if you didn't like it. And yeah, again, if you were new or are new, yeah, maybe do consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. But that's all from me, so goodbye and ciao ciao.